Hey, this is Celtics Review. We're back for Game 7 of the NBA season. Celtics lose again to the Chicago Bulls, and then fall to 2-5, and the Bulls are now 6-1. They lose 128 to 114.
Transition points. Got it. Found him in the corner.
Give me
nice
that.
play.
Oh, side slam.
Yep, bench unit again. Levine.
No.
Levine all the way. Oh. Curate. Dosunmu for the lead. Jones. Got it to
Wait.
DeRozan this time. It'll be good if it goes.
Like they had been here before.
A career high 14 for Ayo Dosunmu.
Wait.
It might be the most disappointing loss of a Celtics game in 5 years. That's a hyperbole, but it's a horrible loss. Let's go take a look at the Celtics box scores. Tatum shot 36% from the floor and had 20 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. Not a good game. Negative 24 box plus or minus. Not good. Jaylen Brown, good game. 27 points or 28 points and shot 558 from the floor. So, like, he was the only really consistent player on the team. 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. I'll get to those assists in a second. We got to talk about that later. That's going to be a big part of this video. Marcus Smart, redemption game. 5 for 11 from the floor. 3 for 5 from 3. And actually was positive on the offensive end. And once again, playing his defense, getting 4 steals. No assists from Marcus Smart. 0. That cannot be happening. 0 assists from your point guard. 0 assists? Really? Like, Marcus, what? Al Horford, once again, the only consistent player on the Boston Celtics. 20 points, a block, a steal, 3 assists, 10 rebounds, and shot above 500. He shot 533 from the floor and 429 from 3. Robert Williams had 6 points, didn't block anyone, no steals, an assist, 5 rebounds, and shot 50%, so he really didn't even play well. He had 4 rebounds, 4 offensive rebounds. He played okay, but he was out for half the game because he hurt his knee or ankle on some play with a screen, something like that. Josh Richardson, 3 for 7 from the floor, 1 for 4 from 3. Had a couple of clutch offensive rebounds that accounted to nothing because we can't score in the clutch. 7 points. Dennis Schroeder still can't shoot effectively from the floor. 3 of 10 and 2 of 4 from 3. Only 5 assists, 2 steals, and 13 points. Everyone else was just role players, basically, and didn't score. Romeo had 11 minutes played, but only had 4 points. And Grant Williams had 12 minutes played, but only had 0 points. So, really just, I just don't know what to do, man. Like, this team cannot be playing this bad. There's no way this team could play this bad. We played bad in the 4th quarter, and every other quarter was like the best basketball I've ever seen from this team. Because these Bulls box scores, Zach LaVine tore us up in the 4th quarter with 26, a steal, 7 assists, shot 45% from the floor, so he had a good game. Vucevic didn't do very much. Almost had a triple-double, actually, so never mind. He played well. Just didn't feel like he did very much. He had 11 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 blocks. So, not a bad game from Vucevic. DeMar DeRozan carried this team. He had 37 points and shot 15 for 20 from the floor and 3 for 4 from 3. He did not... I don't think he missed a mid-range. Being honest, I don't think he missed. I had no words for how well he played. Lonzo Ball, 4 for 10, 4 for 6 from 3, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, 3 turnovers, and 12 points. So, not a bad game. Javonte Green, former Celtic, started the night. Kind of sucked. 6 points, a steal, 8 rebounds, and shot 3 for 6, and got a nice alley-oop. Alex Caruso, still, like, great on defense. He's been playing amazing on defense, and he's a good addition for this Bulls team. Had 9 points, a block, 2 steals, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, and shot 2 for 5. Plus 21 box, plus or minus. Plus 21. That whole entire bench had a like average box plus or minus of around 17. Ao Dosonumu, guy from I know he's from Chicago. That's all I know about him. But he went shot 6 for 6 and 2 for 2 from 3, and 4 rebounds, 2 assists. He had plus 15 blocks plus or minus. Derek Jones, 9 points plus 23 blocks plus or minus. Tony Bradley came in for like 12 minutes and had 2 blocks and had a plus 11 blocks plus or minus. We won the first quarter, 35-34. Won the second quarter, 32-25. Won the third quarter, 36-30. At that point, I'm like, oh my God, the Celtics might be a contending team in the East. They lose in the fourth quarter, 39-11. It's just, that's so unbelievably bad. Game flow, how the game went. Celtics, it was tight-knit in the first quarter, and we managed to have a 1-point lead coming out. The Bulls did have a lead at one point, but we just like caught back and fought back and forth, and we're actually playing like a real team. Second quarter, we had a little bit of a scoring drought for around 4 minutes, but we turned that around and went nuts. And Jaylen Brown was the source of that going nuts, going insane in that second quarter. And he had, I think, 17 points in that second quarter, which brought us to a big lead. Celtics go into the third quarter with a lead and build on that lead with a 19-point lead at the end of the third quarter. We're going to win this game. 19-point lead. The Boston Celtics don't score for 4 minutes, and the Bulls cut it back down to 101, 103 before the Celtics even score. They wouldn't miss. Everyone started catching fire. Like Zach LaVine would get the ball, shoot a 3, miss, they get the rebound, right back out to Zach LaVine, and he'd drive in and get a bucket. Then it would be DeMar DeRozan just getting one-on-one with someone and shooting mid-range on a big man. It was super close for about 2 minutes in that fourth quarter, and then we stopped scoring again. And then the Bulls kept scoring, and they could not stop scoring. I feel like the shots they took were good. They just didn't make anything. Oh, and a stat. It's the defense on this. The defense in this quarter, they stopped trying. No defense at all. The big stat in this fourth quarter, which is one of the most unbelievable stats I have ever heard. The Celtics did not have a single defensive rebound in the whole fourth quarter. I've never heard a stat like that in my whole entire life. That means the Bulls either every possession in the fourth quarter either turned it over, which didn't happen very much, turned it over, or made every single shot. We did beat them in turnovers, but it doesn't matter because we couldn't play defense. They shot 57% from the floor. The Celtics had a 98% chance to win this game. 98.4% chance to win this game. 98. The Bulls had a 2.6% chance of winning. And if the defense to just crumble like that, this is giving me memories of a little bit of that Kyrie locker room, everyone hating each other moment. It's sad, but here's the clip of Marcus Smart.
I mean, I would just like to play basketball. You know, every team knows we're trying to go to Jason and Jalen, and every team is programmed and studied to stop Jason and Jalen. I think everybody's talent court is make those guys try to pass the ball. They don't want to pass the ball, and that's something that they're going to learn. They're still learning, you know, and we're proud of the progress they're making, but they're going to have to make another step and find ways to not only create for themselves, but create for others on this team, to open up the court for them later down in the game where they don't have to always take those tough shots or take tough matchups when they do get the one-on-one, and then you bring in the track. Just reading that. And it's something that, you know, we've been asking for them to do, and they're learning. I mean, I think, you know, when I'm getting in the lane and, you know, I'm making it easier for those guys. You know, I'm making it easier for everybody. Even though my shot's not falling, you know, the threat that I put on, you know, teams coming off the screen roll or getting to the basket, or even me in the post. You know, teams aren't doubling me in the post. And if they do, you know, everybody knows I'm a great passer and I'm going to find guys. So just really, taking some ease off of Jason and Jalen.
So basically, he says Tatum and Brown don't pass the ball. Brown is has the least amount of assists per game for a 20-point per game scorer in the whole entire league. He only averages 2 assists per game for a 20-point per game scorer. Now, the Celtics do have two of the top scoring players in the league, but they don't pass. I rewatched that fourth quarter at lunch today at my school, and I did see passing out of double teams. They were passing out of double team, which is what Marcus Smart was really talking about. But the people they were passing to aren't good shooters. Like, Marcus Smart, not a great shooter. I can't say he's a good shooter. He's a streak shooter. He gets the ball wide open at the top of the key and bricks it. He's wide open. Out of a tandem double team, they would have brought us into 6 to regional territory within this Bulls game. Shooter, not reliable. Richardson, not reliable. We don't have any reliable shooters. Neesmith is reliable, but he wasn't in. Grant Williams, can he reliable? He's been getting hot at the start of the season. But is he reliable? No. Al Horford, not really. I think we need to make a trade. We don't have a real point guard. We have a combo guard at the point guard position, which just doesn't work. I saw something on my phone today about John Wall. I don't know how we get the money for that. Most likely trading Marcus Smart, which would just absolutely suck. Everyone loves Marcus Smart. It's a very disgruntled point of this team's thing right now. What's going on? I don't know what's going on right now. I think someone needs to take accountability, and someone needs to learn what is wrong. It's not Ime Udoka's fault. It's not his fault. I honestly don't know whose fault it is. It's the Celtics' fault in whole, but whose real fault is it? I cannot tell you. Tatum, he hasn't been consistent, and he hasn't been passing the ball very much. It's just, we need consistency, team chemistry, and just everyone to like each other. It's hard to say, but Marcus, it's the right message, but the wrong messenger. It's very, very hard to decipher what is going on with the Celtics. Their defense is absolutely terrible. Their offense is good at times, but in the clutch, we are not good. Fourth quarter, we've been atrocious in the fourth. Now, this is just the start of the season, and it's a very, very small sample size, and I can be overacting a little bit, but something drastic needs to happen for this team to get back to where they were 3 years ago in the Eastern Conference Finals, going against LeBron and bringing them to Game 7 and nearly winning. Where is that? Where's that fight we had? I would say we have a better team now than we did 3 years ago in that 2017 playoffs against the Cavs. So where's it at? We don't have injuries. We're just lost. I need this team to beat the Heat, and I need this team to beat the Magic. Once again, maybe that can instill hope into us. I said every video, maybe you can instill hope in the Boston Celtics fans. Because that's what we need. We need to see some sort of consistency from that Magic game to the Heat game. We got the Magic on Wednesday. We got the Heat on Thursday. I'll get videos to both of them on. There'll be a video on Thursday and Friday. So, back then, please, Celtics, decipher what's going on. Udoka, talk to your team. Jason Tatum, take a bigger role. Jaylen Brown, pass the ball. Marcus Smart, get off your throne. And that'll be it. So, thank you guys for watching. Go Celtics, and see you guys on Thursday.